Hi, everyone. Lydia from Elle Marketing and Events and Restaurant Owners Marketing Academy here today. And I wanted to talk about video. We've been really focused on video content all this month, but I wanted to talk about one specific thing, which is live streaming as a marketing tactic for you and your business. Video is king when it comes to content anymore. It's so important. It's really critical. It does a better, faster job of helping you build awareness from your audience of who you are and what you do, that you even exist. It helps build your authority. It can showcase everything that you know how to do. You buy from people you trust that you feel like are an authority. And that goes for anything. Are you an authority in making great ice cream? Are you an authority in helping people book a trip to Disneyland? Are you an authority in marketing services? All of those, like live video, where you're talking about what you do and how you do it, is the best way to build your authority over time. And then from there, it also, so it helps people build awareness, it helps them build authority, and then it helps them decide to actually take action. So for me, I challenged myself over a year ago to be consistent about my live streams. It's on the schedule. I do one every single Wednesday unless I'm traveling or something. And even then, sometimes I still do one. And it's really interesting because even though people may not watch it live or it may take them a minute to digest it, I've actually had people come and say to me, "We saw your videos. We could tell that you know what you're talking about, and we wanted to work with you." You can let your personality come through. It's a really good way. So, again, in marketing, we always talk about awareness, authority, and action. And those things eventually trigger sales, and video is the best way to get people there. And now live streams, it used to be like video live streams didn't really matter which one you did. Now, most of the algorithms for most of the channels rank live streams higher than just pre-recorded uploaded video as far as content that gets more organic reach. It's different if you put ads behind it, that's a whole different thing. But in the meantime, if you're doing organic video reach, you're going to get a higher reach for live streams than you will for like pre-recorded uploaded video. So let's talk about where you can do live streams. Now, first of all, when you're picking a platform, don't feel like you have to do all the platforms, because you don't. Okay. Where you do want to do video is to the platform where your audience hangs out the most. So that could be Facebook. For example, this video right now, this minute, is live streaming to Facebook and YouTube. It could be a Facebook group instead of a Facebook page. It could be your personal page, although you don't want to do too much selling on your personal page, because if you do that, Facebook could ban you from your personal page. You could do it to LinkedIn. Instagram is a great place for live streaming, especially if you've got product to show, things like that. Stories are a great place to do mini live videos. So there's Facebook stories, there's Instagram stories, things like that. YouTube, obviously not just a social media channel, it's also a search engine, and it's a high ranking one. And so it's a great place to put your content out there. Twitch is another one. It's used by a lot of gamers, but all kinds of other influencers and things like that are on Twitch. That can be a really productive platform. Even platforms like Amazon, Pinterest have like live selling type live stream things that they are doing now and still experimenting with. It's early on. The big boy in the room right now, of course, is TikTok. 3 years ago, I would have said don't put a lot of energy into TikTok, but now it might be worth exploring, especially if you have a brand that has national reach or you have the capability to provide product or services on a bigger scale. You're not location based. So if, for example, you're a restaurant and you're located in Miami, Florida, and you want people within a 5-mile radius to come into your restaurant, TikTok may not be the platform for you. But if you're like, I'm in Miami Beach and I want people that are visiting from all over the world to know about my restaurant and come to my restaurant in Miami Beach, then it might be a great platform for you, because Miami Beach is such a tourist destination. So think about where your ideal customer, your clients are hanging out. Think about which social media channels you already have and how you could augment live streaming on those social media channels. Next, why should you even do it? Live streams are a little bit stressful. They're a little bit challenging to do. It feels like putting yourself out there. I mean, I get it. I studied broadcast journalism with an emphasis in television, and I still get little butterflies from live streams. But the biggest reason, again, is it lets you showcase who you are, what you do, how you do it, and why people want to even talk to you or work with you. It really does make a difference. So think about that. And again, you will get, if you do one live stream a week on your main social media platforms, then guess what? You will get more engagement over time than any other way. I promise you. I promise you, I promise you, I've seen the results in my own business. I tested this out for more than a year. So let's talk about logistics of live streaming, some things that you want. I recommend that if you are using your cell phone for live streaming, that you set it up and you stream according to the preferences of the platform. So for example, TikTok, you're going to want something vertical like this, or stories. If you are live streaming to YouTube or Facebook, you're going to want it to be like this, horizontal. Or if you're doing it from your computer, it defaults to horizontal. If you're doing it from your cell phone, I highly recommend that you get some sort of a tripod to hold your phone for you. The reason being is like shaky phone syndrome will trigger some people that just have issues with motion. It means that people's attention span could go right off the screen. And so it's really smart to have something to hold it steady. Sometimes it's even just propping it up against something and not touching it. But that's something that you just want to consider. The other thing that I recommend is that you're in a very well-lit place. I'm really lucky. My office has big windows on both sides. I've got great lighting here. It's nice and bright. But when I was working from home, at my home office was also my bedroom, and my bedroom was dark, during COVID pandemic. And so I had to open the blinds, turn on a side light, and have a light ring that clipped to my computer to actually look like I wasn't zombie girl during my live streams. So that's something else that you might want to do. If you are going to be live streaming outside of, say, an enclosed space where it's nice and quiet, nobody else is here with me in this room, it's good and quiet, then I highly recommend that you get some sort of lapel mic, something to clip to you and plug into either your computer or plug into your phone. And if you're outside, make sure that that lapel mic has one of those foamy things on it that's a wind buffer. It's very distracting if you're live streaming and there's background noise, or if you turn your head and you can't be heard. Now, if you are serious about live streaming, you are doing an 8-hour live stream webinar, then I'm going to recommend you get something like this guy here, where you've got a boom mic and you've got what they call a pop shield. Some people, it really bothers them when they hear that sound that we make when we say our P's and our B's, and it makes their ears bleed. And so that's something else. If you're doing a lot of podcasting, live streaming, anything like that, invest in a professional microphone and probably some headphones. So talking about some of those things, those are the kind of physical tools that we recommend that you have when you're doing live stream. But if that's too much of a barrier, your setup would probably cost $20 to $30. to get a tripod, a mic, and a light ring. But if that's too hard or too much of a barrier, just start. Don't let that be an excuse to not do it. That's certainly what I did and just got better at it over time. Some of the other tools that we use as far as logistical things, we actually use a live stream platform. So all the platforms have live stream built in. Some of them aren't very user friendly. And so for us, we're using a platform right now called StreamYard. In the agency, we love it. It can stream to multiple channels all at the same time. So right now I am streaming to the Restaurant Owners Marketing Academy Facebook page, restaurant owner or the Elle Marketing and Events Facebook page. I'm also streaming it to the Elle Marketing and Events YouTube channel all at the same time. And that's great because I don't have to do it over and over and over again. I could also stream to LinkedIn. There's a lot of other places that I can do it. You can see that I'm able to put my wrong side. This is a mirror image. I'm able to put my branding right up. Let's see here. So you can see my logo there. It's a little bit over that photo, but you can actually see my branding. My colors are in here. And we actually do live streams for a lot of our clients in this platform, and we're able to upload all of their logos too and just swap it out so that they are branded as well. So that's a great platform. There's a lot of them out there on the market that we really, really like. And so think about that as well as you're doing your live streams. Maybe don't do one to every platform. Maybe just do it to a bunch of platforms all at once. And then your omni-channel, the marketing geeks speak, your omni-channel marketing, you're putting your content out to multiple channels all at once. Another thing that we love doing for our clients with their live streams is once the live stream is over, we'll actually do a blog post that is a transcription of that live stream, and then we'll embed the live stream into the blog post, and that way it ends up on their website. They get the SEO, they get the backlink from YouTube. It becomes a really great expanded tool for ongoing content. Not only that, but it lives on their platforms so that it can be reused again and again. And so that's something else about, another reason why we just love live stream videos. It becomes a way to disseminate content and repurpose it very easily. The biggest barrier to entry, the biggest reason why people are like, oh, Lydia, I'm so nervous about live streaming, is the live part. So they're worried about, hey, like, what if I mess up or say something like stupid or something that's wrong, or my cat jumps on my face. We've had all those things happen during live streams, including with my cat literally like coming in the room and screaming at me to pay attention to her in the middle of a live stream. It happens. There's a couple of ways to think about it. There have been times when I've done a live stream and I've messed up, and I follow the philosophy of the late, great Larry King, who just said, when you mess up, acknowledge it in the moment, tell everybody what it is and what mistake you made, and know and trust that they are human too and will relate to that. So if I've tripped over my words, I will say, oh, I'm sorry, let me start that again. Or, whoo, that was not what I meant to say, or I got distracted. And so that's one way to do it. Another way is to just say, oh, hey, everybody, my cat just walked in. I'm sure you all have cats too. Bear with me. I'm going to kick her out of the room. The live stream can be edited. It can be, pulled from YouTube. It can be edited later. That can be cut out down the road so that you have a clean copy. But in the moment, it's okay. People understand you're literally live. You're talking to them live. And life happens when you're living it in the moment. So that's okay as well. If you have made a mistake that you're like, oh man, what I just said could get me in some form of trouble. I did not mean to phrase it that way. I understood after the fact that it was maybe offensive. I used a word I didn't understand the full connotations of. I said something that I'm a lawyer, financial advisor. I said something that could be legally on shaky ground. The great thing about live streams is we can pull them and immediately delete them. That doesn't mean that anybody who watched live won't see that, but at least it won't live forever on your platform. You can pull it and delete it. Now, if somebody else recorded your screen or something like that while you were saying those things, we can't control that. But just so you know, if you mess up during a live stream, it's okay. I'm going to show you my patented method for not messing up. What I have whenever I'm doing a live stream is I have a sticky note that literally talks about what I want to talk about. It goes on my computer. I actually literally put it up. So there's the camera. I put it up right under the camera, and it partially is covering my face. Let me tell you why. That is so that I actually look at the camera and not at myself talking and thinking that I look really weird, right? So it's my way of staying on target, staying on track, saying the things that I want to say. If I get lost during a live stream, I can just go back to my list of what I want to talk about. And then from there, I'm all set to go. So live streams, again, you can live stream to multiple social media platforms. You really should. Video content is so important now. We gave you some great tools and tips and things that you can use to do your live streams. And then also we talked through what you do if you actually mess up during them. So take that information, please incorporate. My challenge to you is incorporate live streams into your marketing strategy this year. It's a new year, turn over a new page, work on a new marketing tactic. And if you need any help, please reach out. We would be happy to help you with either strategy, content ideas, the logistical part of it, all those different moving pieces. And we've got a great team that's able to put all those pieces together for you if you feel like it's a little bit too overwhelming for you to do on your own. We do also teach regular marketing webinars every single month. We've got one coming up in I think February 18th. And from there, we also are going to be teaching one down the road that's specifically on video marketing. So we'll be sharing those on our social pages. It's always worth checking what events we have going on and what learning opportunities we have going on. So thank you so much for tuning in. Get live streaming and have a really fabulous day.